This is Korea News for April 10, 2022. The truth battle between lawyer Yong-Seok of the YouTube channel Se-Yeon and the People's Power Party leader Lee Jun-seok finally brought to the surface the case of sexual harassment of party leader Lee Jun-seok. People's Power Party leader Lee Jun-seok released a recording of a phone call with lawyer Yong-Seok, and it is a 1-minute and 6-second call recording that lawyer Yong-Seok tried to make a deal with the complaint case and the people's support of the party. However, Se-Yeon made a lot of contact with the people behind the scenes prior to the call, and in this process, Park Hyeon-Woo-Ja of Yonhap News was known to act as a broker as Lee Jun-seok's key person. It is expected that the following are the arguments of lawyer Yong-Seok and the People's Power Party leader Lee Jun-seok, respectively. The truth battle over the issue of the restoration of the people's power between Lee Jun-seok, the representative of the people's power, and Yong-Seok, a lawyer, is heating up. The two continued to fight on social network services over the issue of lawyer Kang's restoration of the people's power. On the 9th, party leader Lee Jun-seok revealed the contents of a phone call with lawyer Kang. He said, "I was embarrassed because it was a familiar voice like never before. Lawyer Yong-Seok suddenly called and told me that he would delete the video and drop the accusation. If you listen, it's clear who made the offer and who rejected it," he added. Lee Jun-seok, the party's leader, said, "It's not a comedy, and I couldn't have suggested it and I couldn't have rejected it. Since I've never proposed it, it seems like I'm talking about a broker and making a fictional character. Tell me who the broker is." The lawyer explained that it was the name of a person presumed to be a politician mentioned in the video of his raising the suspicion, but there was no reason to be exposed. He continued, "Attorney Kang often makes people feel weird by giving such grandiose names, so can we just name it Yong-Seok's attempted fraudulent back transaction case? If we have something to accuse each other, let's watch the investigation results. Stop distorting excerpts." Lawyer Kang also responded. He said, "The total length of the call is 1 minute and 6 seconds. He said, the reason for the call was that the broker reporter took down the video and offered to allow reinstatement if the mutual accusation was withdrawn. He told me to call Jun-seok Lee, so he countered that I had called." Lawyer Kang said, "As can be seen in the call recording, Lee Jun-seok did not give a clear answer, so we did not take down the video." He claimed that it was Lee Jun-seok's brokerage reporter who suggested and led the negotiation. It has been confirmed that this broker reporter is Lee Hyeon-Woo of Yonhap News. On the morning of the 10th, lawyer Yong-Seok said through Facebook, "The first phone call in 9 months was only 1 minute, he said. Lawyer Kang said, "There was no word asking me to do what I was going to do." He emphasized that the main interest of party leader Lee Jun-seok was to the secretary-elect Seok-Yeol, who wanted to know how Yoon-Seok Day recorded a call and delivered a memorandum worth 700 million won to the elected president. On the 9th, Lee Jun-seok, the leader of the People's Power Party, responded to the suspicion of sexual favors and evidence destruction raised by the YouTube channel corrosive Research Center as false. On the other hand, lawyer Yong-Seok said, Lee Jun-seok, the party leader, claimed that he made this proposal first. On the same day, party leader Lee Jun-seok said on Facebook, "The Democratic Party and some media express their regrets that the current issue has been made public in response to maliciously edited YouTube broadcasts." Lee Jun-seok, leader of the People's Power Party, said, "The sexual assault committee that Se-Yeon raised in December last year is false." He said he took legal action. Party leader Lee Jun-seok said, however, during the legal process, Se-Yeon raised another suspicion that he was an evidence-destroying teacher by editing a recording of a conversation between his political affairs director Kim Cheol-Jaun and the informant. He insisted that he was just trying to get a confirmation of fact. Party leader Lee Jun-seok also said, "I have a lot of schedules during the presidential election, so I entrusted Chief Kim to communicate with the informant." He said he didn't know what it was called. Previously, Se-Yeon claimed, President Lee Jun-seok's political affairs chief Kim Cheol-Jaun came to Daejeon and asked the informant's mother-in-law to write a memorandum, a statement stating that "I did not pay sexual favors to the leader of the People's Power Party, Lee Jun-seok." Party leader Lee Jun-seok said, after Se-Yeon raised suspicions on YouTube last year, the informant of the mother-in-law said that the content of the broadcast was false and that she could state it herself. He made it clear that he would be held accountable later. Regarding lawyer Yong-Seok, who recently tried to restore the power of the people, but was rejected at the highest level, he said, "Lawyer Yong-Seok made a phone call to me the day before the proposal for restoration and suggested that if I ask him to do so, he would take down the video and drop the accusation and accusation. Did." He added, I have no intention of responding to such inappropriate transaction proposals, and I have only submitted the proposal to the meeting in order to carry out my duties fairly. The results of the police investigation, which will be concluded soon, will tell you everything, said party leader Lee Jun-seok. I am very sorry for causing concern. He told me to wait for the results. On the other hand, lawyer Kang Yong-Seok held a press conference at the Tanshan Sports Complex in Seongnam Si, Gyeonggi-do in the afternoon of the same day and said, "It is not true that I offered to take down the video and drop the accusation if I ordered the People's Power Party chairman Lee Jun-seok to be restored." Claimed to have made such a proposal in the first place. Lawyer Kang also said on Facebook on the same day, "If you are going to make a deal," I said, "where's the idiot who makes a deal saying that he'll take the video down before posting the video? Who is the most influential politician who tried to mediate between Lee Jun-seok, leader of the People's Power, and Kang Yong-seok, a lawyer of Se-Yeon?" On the 9th, between Lee Jun-seok, representative of People's Power, and Kang Yong-seok, a lawyer, the so-called in the midst of a battle between online and offline such as Facebook, press conference, and YouTube in relation to the video deletion and reinstatement negotiations. On this evening, in the TV program Se-Yeon between the two, the keyword "a politician" was mentioned in common, and attention was directed. Attorney Kang Yong-seok appeared on an emergency broadcast titled "Emergency Broadcasting Truth of Kang Yong-seok and Lee Jun-seok's Call" and Yonhap News TV reporter Park Hyeon-Woo on his own YouTube channel that evening, referring to politician A and reporter B. Prior to appearing on this broadcast, lawyer Kang Yong-seok said on Facebook, the reason for the conversation with CEO Lee Jun-seok was that a broker reporter took down a video that raised suspicions of sexual harassment of CEO Lee Jun-seok of YouTube, Se-Yeon, and offered to allow reinstatement if the mutual accusation was withdrawn. I did not believe in each other, so a direct call between the parties was necessary. He told me to call Jun-seok Lee directly, so I called him. It was revealed that it was Lee Jun-seok's brokerage reporter who suggested and led the negotiation. In the YouTube broadcast that followed, Se-Yeon explained that the broker reporter mentioned by lawyer Kang Yong-seok through Facebook was reporter B, and he added that he was a person who connected CEO Lee Jun-seok and lawyer Kang Yong-seok through reporter B will be. In the broadcast, Se-Yeon revealed that reporter B's real name is Yonhap News reporter Lee Hyeon-Woo, but did not reveal the name of politician A. Se-Yeon explained that politician A, who had contacted reporter B first, recommended that lawyer Kang Yong-seok have a phone call with CEO Lee Jun-seok. In this regard, CEO Lee Jun-seok posted on Facebook at around 8:01 p.m. on the same day that Se-Yeon's YouTube live broadcast was going out, saying, "Reveal who the politician A who Se-Yeon talked to them is." He said that he should not try to cover up the attempted transaction with lawyer Kang Yong-seok by setting up a person from. However, there was no mention of reporter B, who was also covered in the broadcast with Se-Yeon. Then, during the live broadcast, Se-Yeon checked the Facebook post and said to Lee Jun-seok, "I know that Lee Jun-seok knows a politician." However, Se-Yeon also revealed the nuance that it was difficult to reveal who politician A was in the broadcast, and in the same vein, former MBC reporter Kim Se-Yeon, a member of Se-Yeon, said, "There was no bad intention at all about the arbitration attempt between Lee Jun-seok, president of politician A, and Kang Yong-seok. Well, let me tell you clearly. This was done with good intentions. We did it with good intentions that we went down to Dalsong, Daegu, where the residence of former President Park Geun-Hye was prepared, and where former President Park Geun-Hye recently retired and moved into his residence." He emphasized it by mentioning it several times during the broadcast. However, regarding the attempt by politician A to mediate, he said, the method was wrong. It was pointed out that it was wrong. It is known in the political circles that politician A is a close aide to former President Park Geun-Hye and is Yoo Young-ha, a lawyer who recently announced her candidacy for Daegu mayor in the June local election. On the other hand, Se-Yeon raised the suspicion through a YouTube broadcast on December 27, last year. Then, on the same day, CEO Lee Jun-seok announced that he would take legal action, saying, "It was an attack on me based on the testimony of the suspect in a fraud case that had nothing to do with me." 2 days later, on December 29, last year, lawyer Kang Yong-seok of Yeon member and former MBC reporter Kim Seui were sued for spreading false information and defamation. On December 30 and 31 last year, Seon and SA Jun-mo, a civic group of students preparing for the judicial examination, filed a complaint with the prosecution against Lee Jun-seok, leader of the People's Power Party, for arranging for mediation in violation of the Act on the Aggravated Punishment of Specific Crimes. The case was transferred to the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency on January 7 this year, and the investigation is ongoing. Judging from this case, lawyer Yoo Young-ha and lawyer Kang Yong-Seok seem to have a misunderstanding about President Park Geun-Hye. As a result, attorney Young-ha completely lost the image of loyalty that he had built up while serving President Park Geun-Hye for 5 years. And with this case, it seems that Yoo Young-ha will remain as another Yoo Seung-Min to President Park Geun-Hye. Based on the halo of President Park Chung-hee and President Park Geun-Hye, Se-Yeon's project to make Kang Yong-Seok the president was completely destroyed due to the greed of Yoo Young-ha and Kang Yong-Seok's indecisiveness. In addition, Lee Jun-seok, leader of the People's Power Party, is expected to be arrested after the sexual assault case has completely surfaced, and it is expected that he will eventually be expelled from the political arena along with his political father, Yoo Seung-min. However, the most curious thing about this case is that all of these materials flowed into the Seok-Yeol elected camp before Se-Yeon, and I am very curious how the Seok-Yeol camp tried to use it. So I want to make this assumption. First, Kim Eun-hye, spokesperson Seok-Yeol, was selected as a candidate for governor of Gyeonggi-do, and Yoo Seung-min was beaten, and second, Ahn Cheol-soo was sent to the party to seize power and to politically bury Lee Jun-seok. Thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe.